From Haven's fire come we, the able true. To Skyhold
Why
now,
is
a
it-
fortress strong. There is an issue that you should address.
Oh,
I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
rumors. Okay. Possible. Alright. What is... I think that's by Cassandra, maybe. Let's see. I've been trying to get Sarah's approval high enough.
Love seeing you, yeah?
Progress?
Are things playing out the way you expected?
About time we turned around on this Corypheus whatever. Make him feel like he's on the wrong end of the dogs for once, yeah?
Okay.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Still waiting. Still waiting for that scene. Ugh. Alright, Cassandra.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Why do it?
Then find someone else to do it.
This must be in my own words. As if written by a dim-witted child.
Oh, Cassandra.
Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
So this conversation is slightly different if she was there. I mean... this could be a bad thing. No.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
You think that's possible?
Do you really think it might have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It matters to me, to what I must write. I wish I'd seen her, seen it. I feel so inadequate trying to interpret.
She would still feel confused either way.
I don't know the truth any more than you do.
Sadly, unanswered questions make for poor reading. When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you. The last time such a thing happened, we created darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
Okay, so she's gone now. No, I'm confused this way.
Hello again.
Do you have any advice for me?
It seems that Corypheus searches for elven artifacts. That's hardly surprising. Tevinter power is based on what those vultures scavenged from the ancient elves. Whatever advantage he hopes to gain, we need to stop him at once.
Where did you get that idea?
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the new recruits. Liliana says spies are inevitable, and I agree.
Do you have any advice for me?
You know what you need to do, Inquisitor.
Okay.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
The elven artifacts I think is a little soon, but whatever. Are you? Exclamation point? No, I don't think so.
I wonder what it is that gives Grey Wardens their legendary skill and stamina. I should like to study one. Would that fine fellow I've seen in your company consent to a careful examination?
I don't think so. Do you have something?
Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
Well, I'm sure I'll cause to stir.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Okay. How are we supplied?
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
So that was late.
I was grieved by the loss of the champion, Inquisitor. Her name was well respected. Except where it wasn't, I suppose. Funny how effort inspires both.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Anything else?
Your worship.
Nope.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Okay. I don't think there's anything here that we... No. No.
Of course. Another time.
So, let's see. We need to talk to Cullen. And Blackwall. And Josephine. And I think that's everyone? Okay. Wait a minute. How are you in that armor? That is not armor we should have. We're not there yet.
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
You're feeling better.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
How do I still have these flirt options? You're too hard on yourself. Actually, the points he's making right now are valid.
The past isn't always pleasant. Sometimes you have to let go and move on.
I can't forget what happened, but it led me here. I can make that mean something. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
I don't know that she would admit that.
I'll feel better when we take down Corypheus.
As will I. He will not elude us forever.
That's not something I think she would really tell anybody. Oh, we do need to check in with Morrigan too. Okay, Blackwall. Let's just go this way.
Your worship.
Okay. Where are you going?
Someone I knew once described adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. None of the Wardens we saw wavered. They gave their lives willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
We stopped him. We saved most of the Wardens.
But not all of them, and they died thinking they were doing something good. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
I agree.
You can't expect everything to go well all the time.
No. But we still have to try, don't we? Even Clarel. She had to try. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a Warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Yeah, he didn't like that, but I felt the most honest. For her mood, anyway. What is happening? Oh, this isn't that cutscene, is it?
Want a drink?
Oh, no.
I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day they found a dog, a wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You saved it?
You stopped them. Cut the dog down.
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You were a child.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Your eyes aren't shut.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it.
I'm not making light of
You
it.
make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
If you romance him, you don't get that conversation at all. And I really love that conversation. Do you have anything to say?
Inquisitor.
Rumors?
What's the word out there?
Well, they once wore, now talks, now fashionable hats. Now they've seen something shiny.
What's the current mood?
Unlikely.
Unlikely is the current mood?
As you were.
Inquisitor.
What?
Inquisitor.
What's the word out there?
Quiet. Too quiet.
Okay.
No, wait. Just quiet enough. Inquisitor.
I did not realize that, we were due for that conversation. Excuse me. Somebody out here? Oh, that's Dennett. Message from Blackwall. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve. Excuse me.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Gone where?
Go on. Leliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Crumpled report. Sheet of paper looks like it was removed from a recent report to Sister Leliana. Lieutenant Cyril Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Collier massacre of 937, was captured in Lides. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Mornay insists he did not know who he was assassinating and that he was just following the orders of his captain. This captain, Tom Rainier, is still at large. Mornay is to be executed within the week in Valrio. So we are going to go check that out. I still need to talk to Josephine.
You got your wish, sort of.
Right. Grey Wardens.
Not so sure you want them now.
Let's just say I'm glad they're moving on.
Okay. Let's see if Leliana has anything to say. I don't think this...
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes? The explosion at Haven, the Fade, escaping the breach. In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
She saved me.
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live. Of course. Of course she did. That's just like her. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did she say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Leliana. That was it. There are no answers in the Fate. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her. A message from Divine Justinia.
I'm pretty sure she's dead. Are you okay?
That's a shock. You're right reading it. Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
What would you find?
Do you know what you're looking for? The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
What? Why Valence?
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it? Justinia was revered mother at the chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her. I'll help in whatever way I can. Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
We have other things that need doing.
What we learned at Adamant concerns me. The hero Ferelden and I have been together for years. I nearly lost her to the Archdemon. She's looking for a way to stop the calling from taking her, as it does every Grey Warden. But if Corypheus has power over the Wardens, my love could be in danger.
Where is she now?
If you two are still together, why isn't she here?
Her quest took her far to the west, to lands that have never known the Blight. But Justinia needed me here. I owed her that much. My love and I are never truly apart. When this is all over, I will join her again. And this time, nothing will come between us.
What leads does she have?
What makes her think she can stop the calling?
It has been done before. Grand Enchanter Fiona was once a warden, but something took all trace of the calling from her. A warden mage named Avernus also found a way to prolong his life with magic. It wasn't much, but enough to start the hunt. She will find a way. I have faith in her.
Were you two happy?
Were the two of you happy together in the years after the Blight?
Happier than you could imagine. The only shadow over our love was knowing that one day I would lose her to the calling. Her quest is for me as much as for her. She knows how much I have lost.
What would you like to do?
I do not know where the hero Ferelden is precisely, but I know how to get a message to her. She may have information that helps the Inquisition. At worst, it will do no harm. I will draw up a plan in the war room. Thank you.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work.
Okay, so...
I didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to Skyhold. After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again, no?
I'm thankful to be back. No one should enter the Fade physically.
And you've done it twice now. Shall I count you fortunate or unfortunate?
That's the debate, isn't it?
I'll leave you to your work.
At your service, my lady.
Nothing on Blackwall.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Okay. That's...
Later, then.
Oh... I don't know if I'm gonna get that dialogue between Cole and Blackwall now. Maybe I will. Do you have anything more to say?
My heart.
No, you don't.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shira.
What about Varric?
Sorry, I really need to
Nope.
write some letters.
Okay.
Another time, all right?
Sorry. Morgan, no. Darn it. If I go talk to Moore again... I have more judgment now? Why do I have more judgment? Who else am I judging? Let's go talk to Josephine.
We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royaux. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me.
Even Leliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
I never saw her.
It's not Andraste who saved me.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from the Fade. You could attempt to tell Val Royaux citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
Tell them the Inquisition's position is that the Divine saved me from the Fade, not Andraste.
Very well. Some of the devout will be discouraged, but it will placate the Chantry.
There we go. Actually, do you have anything else?
Yes?
How are you always so polite?
How do you stay so civil with everyone, Josephine?
Bonds of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Doesn't it get tiresome?
Does it even become a strain sometimes?
Well, it can be trying. There is no shortage of self-regard among the nobility. The game can be wearying, discouraging, and extremely baneful. But honestly, I'd miss meeting people. I've made the most fascinating friends.
Well, I'm glad.
Better than making piles of interesting enemies.
I've had both, sometimes depending on which way the wind has been blowing at the time. But worth it, all in all, I think.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Okay.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Do need to talk to Moore again. I don't know who I'm judging. I want to see if Cullen had anything more to say.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't care for it myself.
I shouldn't be surprised. The Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. Gaspard rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
This is a weird question.
Do you think Templars should cease to exist?
No. I may have chosen to leave that life, but I respect those who remain. Magic ungoverned could tear the world apart. It's doing so now. Templars are trained and able to confront such dangers.
What's the answer, then?
What would you suggest?
Some call the Circle a prison that can only breed resentment. Perhaps opportunities to work outside the Circle. A mixed military service or healers' clinics with Templar support. And there must be a safer way for Templars to leave. Templars can lose their memories to lyrium. Some call it a gift, to forget the failed harrowings, the demons. Some atrocities haunt me still. But to lose what good I can recall, I nearly lost my mind once. It is no gift.
It's not a bad idea. I don't feel like we need them.
Mages can take care of themselves. We don't need Templars.
Tell that to the parents of a child who falls prey to possession. Mages cannot handle such threats alone.
Maybe in a group? Together? Older mages mentoring younger mages? What will you do next?
The Inquisition won't last forever. What will you do when this is over?
To be honest, I hadn't given it much thought until recently. I'm not used to having so many possibilities.
Do you regret anything?
You still regret the man you became after leaving Ferelden?
After the Ferelden Circle, I thought all mages were like the ones there. Knight Commander Meredith's methods were harsh, but they kept people safe.
But she was wrong.
You said Meredith was unstable.
She was my Knight Commander. I had no reason to distrust her. She wasn't wrong about the Blood Mages in Kirkwall. Meredith encouraged my anger towards the mages. There was only so far I would go, and she knew that too. I was her second in command. She kept decisions from me, those I would question. I believed she was serving the city. I never thought to question her, not until it was too late.
Yeah.
I hope you find the Inquisition's leadership more agreeable.
I am confident you will see us through to the end. The Inquisition is my chance to atone. I will not see it fail.
What about your family?
You've mentioned siblings. With everything that's happening, do you know if they're all right?
I've received word from my eldest sister. She was always good at tracking me down. South Reach has experienced the same chaos as everywhere else. My family is fine. Pray they remain so.
Tracking you down?
Your sister tracked you down. She didn't know where you were.
I let her know I was in Haven. She assumed I survived. It's not the first time. I may have neglected to tell her when I was transferred to Kirk.
Colin.
Why?
I wasn't in a good state. I wanted only to leave. I received an angry letter about my disappearance 2 years later.
2 years?
For all her reprimands, it was a relief to hear from someone who knew me before the Blight.
Well, she should be angry with you if you 2 years.
That's all I wanted to know.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
He's used to being on his own, though.
Yes?
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
My senior officers report that the soldiers are in good spirits. Having the Imperial Army as an ally has bolstered their confidence. The Orlesian military is highly regarded. Of course, I'd wager our own recruits are equal to any Chevalier.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
There are fewer arguments between our Templar and Mage recruits than when we started.
That's good.
I've seen them trading stories, building one another up for the fight to come. I pray this won't be lost when their common enemy is gone.
Is there anything I should know?
Your plan is sound. We are ready to move on the Arbor Wilds when you give the word.
We haven't...
I will see you reach the temple before Corypheus.
We haven't addressed that yet.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Okay.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Really should go talk to Morgan. Morgan.
I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe. I imagine your forces will be heading into the Arbor Wilds very soon, Inquisitor. Trust me when I say that wherever the Alluvian is hidden, it is worth any effort to prevent Corypheus from acquiring it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Until next time, then. Greetings, Inquisitor.
Okay. Alright. Let's go talk to Mother Giselle. Where is she?
Inquisitor, the soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden mages. I understand from Sister Leliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
I mean...
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle. And Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was Divine Justinia.
So it is as you have always maintained. You must feel quite vindicated.
I don't know.
I may not have believed, but part of me always hoped it was true. That I was the Herald of Andraste.
Who is to say that you are not? Forget the mark. Forget the figure standing over you as you fell from the Fade. The people needed a sign that in this harsh and unforgiving world, there existed some reason to hope. And they found that in you.
I don't know about the Herald Andraste exactly, but believing that she was being helped in some divine fashion.
That isn't how it works. The evidence for me having some divine mission was proven false.
This is the trouble with metaphors and the educated. A farmer cannot understand the truth of the Maker, so he learns that the Maker is a man, but greater. A mage learns the same thing, knows it to be simplistic, and feels clever for realizing it is not literally true. But a metaphor is not a lie. It is a tool to help people understand something beyond them, and we need such a tool.
But what's the truth?
I don't need metaphors right now with everything Corypheus is doing. I need the truth.
Everyone says that when their lives are difficult. Everyone looks for some secret message. You might look upon the face of the Maker himself in a vision, but ultimately, even that would be just another metaphor. The truth is that he made this world, and he put us here to learn. That is all you can do.
And how are the people?
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
Whoa.
How are our forces at Skyhold doing?
We have many injured. The siege of Adamant was brutal for all involved. Even so, more flock to your banner. They have heard that the Inquisition defeated the legendary Grey Wardens. Your soldiers have been blooded, Inquisitor. They are veterans now. An army in more than just name.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Okay. I do like talking to, Mother Giselle. I think she has some very interesting theological insights. You're still here.